there! Welcome to this lesson. This is the second part of a two-part lesson to introduce you to literature. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to identify the features of written literature and identify the features of oral literature. Kids, let's begin. Literature can be broadly classified into two major types. These types are written literature and oral literature. Both types of literature differ from each other in their mode of delivery. Let's take a look at both types in details, starting with written literature. Written literature is any literary work that is delivered in writing. Hence, it is the artistic use of language to express feelings and ideas through writing. Examples of written literatures include storybooks, which may be in the form of prose, like Chike and the River, or in the form of drama, like The Wedlock of the Gods. It may also be a book with written poems. All written literature has some features, the 5 most important of which include plot, theme, setting, characters, and conflict. Let's take a look at each feature. The plot. The plot of a written literature is the series of actions and results that happens throughout a piece of written literature. It is simply a summary of all the events in a story. The theme. The theme of a written literature is the central idea of a piece of written literature. It is the main lesson the writer or story is trying to pass. It could be about justice, love, patriotism, or even revenge. The setting. The setting of a written literature is simply the time and place in which the story in a written literature piece is said to have taken place. It could be in stories about Lagos in 1960, London in 1945, or anywhere or time at all. The characters. The characters in a written literature are all the people, entities, or beings that are in the story. They could be human beings, animals, or even supernatural beings. Lastly, we have the conflict, which is the point of struggle between the characters in a written literature piece. The conflict is what the character in a story are struggling to get, avoid, or even overcome. The second major type of literature, which we've said, is oral literature. This is any literary work delivered in speaking. Hence, it is artistic use of language to express feelings and ideas. Oral literature has always existed, even before human beings learned how to write. Examples of oral literature include folklore stories told by elders to children under the moonlight, spoken words of poetry, lullabies sung to babies, and even drama acted on stage. All oral literatures have some features, the 3 most important of which include performance, audience, and dynamism. Let's look at each feature. 1. Performance. Performance is the process of entertaining a group of people by doing something or speaking. Since oral literature is focused on speaking, it needs performance, which could be in the form of singing, changing voices, or even acting while speaking. This could be in singing, reciting poetry, or even a drama on stage. 2. Audience. An audience is a group of people that are gathered to watch a literary performance. Since oral literature involves performance, the group of people that are watching that performance is called an audience. 3. Dynamism. Dynamism is a feature of oral literature that makes it flexible and original. This is because every performer must choose to act a drama in a different way or recite a poem using their own words. Therefore, if 2 performers are even to perform the same poem, their tone of voice or how they gesticulate with their hands could make the performance dynamic. With this, we have come to the end of our lesson series on Introduction to Literature. In this lesson, we learned about oral and written literature and the features that make each of them unique. See you in the next lesson.